Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's episode, I am going to share with you my collection of leaves and what I do with them. So stay tuned. Sometimes when I come in after work, the driveway has a collection of leaves on them. So instead of just continuing to run them over with the car and make the driveway look a little unsightly, I collect them. This stuff is brown and yellow and amber gold. Not only have I swept up my driveway, I took the time to sweep up my neighbor's driveway. They're elderly, so I figured I would help. Now that I've gotten out of my work clothes and I have my gardening clothes on, it's time to wrangle this big bag of leaves. To make things easier for myself, I collect my leaves in a trash can. A lot of people use a lawnmower to run over their leaves and make them smaller, but not everybody has grass or a lawnmower. I do have those items, but I didn't feel like bringing them out. So I'm going to show you how I manage my leaves. I just use my head shears, or like I call them, my bush whompers. I take them, cut up these leaves as small as I choose to cut them up, because this isn't a workout. And so this is going to take some time. And I stand here as long as I need and use my bush whompers and cut these leaves down until I'm tired. And then I start the process over and over until my trash can is full. So if you don't have grass and a lawnmower and a huge metal container to keep your leaves in, or whatever a lot of other people use, you can do like I do. Get yourself a trash can. You can find them pretty much anywhere. Get yourself some bush whompers, collect your leaves, and go to town. You did hear me say this was a workout, right? It is. It's a workout. You don't need loads of space or land to have a trash can and some bush whompers. Once I finish this round, I water it down to make sure that these leaves are nice and wet, because if that is how you're going to end up with leaf mold. Dry leaves will end up just being dry leaves in a trash can. Now I could go and get my garden fork and use that to toss these leaves around, because you want to make sure that your leaves are moist all the way throughout. But I'm just going to use my bush whompers. And I am on to round 2. Now, if you are collecting leaves from your neighbors, or if someone's dropping leaves off to you, my recommendation, which is what I do, is I make sure that I am poking through this to the best of my ability and pulling out anything that I don't want in here, like this cardboard, pieces of plastic, or any type of garbage. My trash can has gotten pretty full now. I've been pulling out garbage as I go and chopping down my leaves with my bush whompers. So all I'm going to do now is, when I finish chopping, I'm going to continue to add more water. In a few days, these leaves will compress down and I'll be able to add more leaves towards the end of the week. as you can see, the more I chop, the more these leaves begin to break down and the more they drop down into the trash can. I am not going to chop too much more, but I am going to give it just a little bit more because, you got to get that burn in your arms, right? And yeah, your back might burn too if you're bending over too far, so be careful. Mind your back. Now, if you're going to try this at home, don't forget to stick the wompers deep inside the leaves and keep chopping. Don't just chop on the top. I'm going to need more water. Once I'm done, I layer back my plastic bag, my weed suppressant, and my paper bag that's for leaf collection. I don't know why I have this stuff in here. I just do. But you don't need to have it in there. Here is my leaf mold container that's sitting right next to the one that I just put new leaves in. As you can see, these leaves have broken down. They're not done yet. There's still some dry leaves in here. I may end up taking this out and putting it in a plastic bag and then filling this back up with new leaves. Because there were a few dry leaves in here, I decided to get out the old garden fork and give this a fork over. Wet leaves will clump together and make things kind of hard to move around. So I'm just giving this some air and trying to break up the leaves that are on the bottom of the trash can so that they're not sitting down there all clumped up together. I think I will take all of this out and place it in a plastic bag and let it finish breaking down and fill this up with new leaves that are falling this year. So now I will end up with 2 trash cans full of leaves that have fallen this year. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. If you like this content, you know what to do. Hit that like button, share the video, subscribe, leave me a comment. I do my best to respond to everyone who leaves me a comment. And most of all, I hope you had a great gardening day. Until next time, happy gardening to you, and I'll see you in the next one.